Admiral Raoul stood at the observation deck of his cloaked ship, his 4 eyes fixed on the blue planet below. Earth, such a simple name for such a dangerous world. He had watched this species for 300 years, and what he saw terrified him more with each passing day. "Admiral, we have a situation." His second-in-command rushed into the room, holding a datapad. "The humans. They've detected one of our satellites." Raoul's outer membrane pulsed with anxiety. "Impossible. Our technology is far beyond their current level." "It's this human researcher, sir, Dr. Jack Miller. He created some kind of new detection system. Look at these readings." On the screen, Raoul saw a small research facility in the mountains of a region humans called Colorado. The data showed impossible energy patterns. Somehow, this human had created a quantum field detector that shouldn't have been possible for at least another century. "How?" Raoul whispered. "Their technology was primitive just 50 years ago. They shouldn't be capable of this." "There's more, sir." The officer's voice trembled. "He's already sent his findings to 3 other research centers. The data is spreading." Raoul felt the weight of thousands of years of Galactic Council protocol pressing down on him. The rules were clear. No primitive species could be allowed to discover the greater galactic community until they were ready. And humans, the Council had special concerns about humans. "We have no choice," Raoul said, his voice heavy. "Initiate Protocol 7. Remove all evidence." "Sir, that means—" "Yes, the facility must be eliminated." 20 minutes later, Raoul watched as a precise energy beam cut through Earth's atmosphere. To human observers, it would look like a tragic gas explosion. Quick, clean, and explainable. But something went wrong. At the exact moment the beam struck, Dr. Miller's quantum detector created an unexpected reaction. Instead of a controlled demolition, the beam exploded outward in a massive burst of energy. The blast leveled everything within a mile radius. "What happened?" Raoul demanded. "Sir, the human device. It somehow reflected our energy beam. It's not possible, but their quantum detector acted like a mirror. We've never seen anything like it." Raoul's worst fears were coming true. Even their accidents led to impossible discoveries. He watched in horror as human emergency vehicles rushed to the scene. Their primitive instruments would detect traces of advanced technology. There would be survivors who saw the beam. "Send a message to the Council," Raoul ordered. "Tell them it's happening faster than we predicted. The humans aren't just advancing. They're accelerating. And now they know something's out there." In the smoking ruins of the facility, a badly injured security guard named Tom reached for his phone. His shaking hands managed to send one file, a security camera video showing the alien beam, before he passed out. The file went to his old army buddy, now a general at the Pentagon. Miles away, Dr. Miller's colleague, Dr. Emma Thompson, received a sudden flood of data from the facility's backup servers. The quantum detection data, the energy readings during the attack, everything. She stared at her screen in shock, understanding exactly what it meant. They were not alone. And whoever was up there had just made a very big mistake. In orbit, Raoul sent one final message to the Council. First contact protocols breached. Human response unpredictable. Request immediate guidance. The response came within minutes. Continue observation. Prepare for possible species-wide containment. The humans cannot be allowed to advance further. They are too dangerous. Raoul looked down at the Earth again, watching as news of the explosion spread across human communication channels. He had studied humans long enough to know one thing for certain. They wouldn't stop until they found answers. And when they did, the universe would never be the same. 3 days after the Colorado incident, Dr. Emma Thompson hadn't slept. Her small lab at MIT was covered in papers, screens showing data, and empty coffee cups. She kept staring at the last readings from Dr. Miller's quantum detector, trying to understand what she was seeing. "This can't be right," she muttered, running the numbers again. The energy signature from the attack didn't match anything known to Earth science. But there was something else, something in the way the quantum detector had reacted. Her phone buzzed. A text from Tom, the security guard who survived. Turn on the news. Every channel showed the same thing. Leaked footage of a bright beam coming from the sky, striking the facility. The government called it a hoax. Emma knew better. Dr. Thompson. A voice called from her doorway. Two men in military uniforms stood there, led by General Roberts. We need to talk about Jack Miller's work. Hours later, Emma found herself in an underground facility. Pieces of wreckage from the Colorado site filled the room. Strange metal that seemed to shift color when no one was looking directly at it. Devices that still hummed with unknown energy. We've been trying to understand these materials for days, General Roberts explained. None of our tools can analyze them properly. But your quantum detection system, it's not my system, Emma said. It was Jack's. And now you're the only one who understands how it works. Emma approached one of the pieces. As she got closer, something strange happened. The metal's color shifting became more intense. She felt a tingling in her head, like static electricity. The quantum field around these objects, she said, it's responding to me. She reached out, not touching the metal, but holding her hand near it. The tingling increased. In her mind, she could almost see the patterns of energy, like a new kind of vision. That's impossible, one of the scientists said. The field strength just increased by 300%. Emma closed her eyes, focusing on the strange sensation. The tingling became a wave, then a current. She felt like she could almost push it. The metal piece moved. Everyone in the room froze. Emma opened her eyes, her heart pounding. Did I do that? My God, General Roberts whispered. Do it again. For the next hour, Emma discovered she could manipulate the quantum fields around the alien technology. Not just move it, but understand it. Like reading a book in a language she'd always known but never used. It's not just me, she said finally. The quantum detector, it didn't just find their technology. It showed us something about ourselves. About humans. She explained her theory. The alien beam had interacted with the quantum detector, creating a cascade effect. It had awakened something that was always there, dormant in human minds. The ability to sense and manipulate quantum fields directly. Get me the president, General Roberts ordered. And contact every major research facility. We need to test this on other people. Within days, they discovered Emma wasn't unique. 20% of humans showed some level of quantum sensitivity when exposed to alien technology. 10% could manipulate it like she could. In orbit, Admiral Rowell received the readings with growing horror. Impossible, he said. Their brains are evolving, adapting to our technology. We didn't wake them up. We just showed them what they could already do. The humans had taken their first steps into a larger universe, and they were running, not walking. In her lab, Emma smiled as she made another piece of alien metal dance in the air. Jack, she whispered, you should see what we can do now. The grand chamber of the Galactic Council sparkled with the light of 1,000 stars. Representatives from 500 advanced civilizations sat in rising tiers, all focusing on Admiral Rowell as he stood in the center. The humans have discovered their quantum abilities, Rowell said, his voice echoing. Our attempt to hide our presence has backfired completely. The chamber erupted in worried whispers. Elder Max, the ancient leader of the Bright Star Empire, raised his crystalline hand for silence. Show us, he commanded. Rowell activated the holographic display. Images of humans moving alien technology with their minds filled the air. Data streams showed their rapid progress, their growing understanding. 2 weeks, Rowell said. In just 2 weeks, they've achieved what took other species centuries to master. Impossible, shouted Representative Kai of the Metal Worlds. His mechanical body whirred as he stood. No species can advance this quickly. The laws of cultural development do not apply to humans, interrupted Vale. the Council's chief scientist. She stepped forward, her silver skin reflecting the starlight. We've been monitoring Earth for centuries. Their rate of advancement is unprecedented. Vale showed new data, graphs of human technological progress compared to other species. The line for humanity shot upward at an impossible angle. Our predictions show they will match our level of technology within 5 years, she said, and surpass us within 20. The chamber exploded into chaos. Elder Max slammed his crystal staff against the floor, restoring order. We have contained emerging civilizations before, he said. The protocols are clear. With respect, Elder, Vale replied, humans are different. The quantum abilities they've discovered, they're not like ours. They don't need technology to access quantum fields. They can feel them, shape them, with their minds alone. Raul played his final recording. It showed Dr. Emma Thompson teaching others to sense quantum fields. The success rate was growing. More humans were awakening to their abilities every day. The containment protocols won't work, Vale said. If we attack, they'll adapt. If we try to isolate them, they'll break free. Their potential is beyond anything we've seen. Representative Kai slammed his metal fist down. Then we must eliminate them now, before they become too powerful. No, Vale stepped into the center of the chamber. Can't you see? This is exactly what we've been searching for. A species that can solve the problems we cannot. The dying stars, the spreading void, the energy crisis. Humans don't think like us. They find solutions we can't imagine. Elder Max leaned forward. You suggest we make contact. Peacefully. It's too late for anything else, Vale said. They know we exist. They're already analyzing our technology. The only question is, do we meet them as friends or enemies? The chamber fell silent. Thousands of years of protocols and traditions weighed against fear and hope. There is another option, a dark voice said. From the shadows, Representative Dax of the inner core worlds emerged. We have agents on Earth already. We could guide their development, control it, use them. Vale's silver skin darkened with anger. You mean enslave them? I mean survive, Dax hissed. A species this powerful cannot be allowed to develop freely. Elder Max raised his hand again. We will vote. 3 options: eliminate, control, or make peaceful contact. As the council members cast their votes, Admiral Raul watched the latest feeds from Earth. Humans were already building their first quantum ships. They were reaching for the stars. And somewhere in the chamber, hidden observers sent messages to their true masters. The game was about to become much more complicated. The fate of humanity would be decided here. But humanity had no intention of waiting for the verdict. Commander Marcus Reed stood in the new Quantum Defense Center, watching dozens of screens showing Earth's first line of defense. Satellites equipped with quantum sensors formed a web around the planet, all built in just 3 months since the Colorado incident. Sir, his assistant called. Dr. Thompson wants to show you something. In her lab below the center, Emma had dark circles under her eyes, but wore a bright smile. Watch this, she said. She stood in front of a piece of alien metal they'd recovered. But instead of just moving it, she closed her eyes and concentrated. The metal began to change shape, forming complex patterns. We've cracked their technology, she said. It's not just about moving things anymore. We can reshape their materials, understand their energy systems. And the best part, she grinned, we're doing it better than they can. Marcus watched as she demonstrated their latest breakthrough. Humans weren't just copying alien technology. They were improving it, making it work in ways the aliens had never imagined. How many can do this now? He asked. 30% of the population shows quantum sensitivity. We've trained 10,000 people to actively use these abilities. And look at this. She showed him videos from around the world. Children in classrooms learning to sense quantum fields as easily as they learn to read. Scientists combining human quantum abilities with traditional technology in new ways. They tried to hide from us, Marcus said. Now we're using their own tech to find them. Above the Earth, hidden human satellites tracked alien ships. The observers didn't know they were being observed. Humanity had turned the tables. In a secure room, Marcus met with military leaders from around the world. The old rivalries had faded in the face of a greater challenge. On screens, they watched their first quantum ships take shape in secret facilities. The aliens think they're watching us develop slowly, Marcus explained. They see what we want them to see, but our real progress. He showed them the classified reports. Earth's first fleet was almost ready, but they had also discovered something disturbing. Their quantum sensors had detected signals from Earth to the alien ships. Someone was helping them, humans working with the aliens. We need to know who, General Roberts said, and why. Marcus nodded to a group of specially trained operators. They wore sleek suits made of the reformed alien metal, enhanced by human quantum engineering. Team is ready, the lead operator said. We can board their next supply ship when it comes for their Earth agents. They'll never detect us. Emma interrupted with urgent news. The quantum web just picked up something big. Multiple alien ships dropping out of faster-than-light travel. They're gathering. On the main screen, they watched as more alien ships appeared. Not just observers now. This looked like a battle fleet. They're afraid, Emma said softly. They see how fast we're growing, learning, adapting. They're going to try to stop us. Marcus smiled grimly. They don't know about our quantum shields yet, or our ships, or how many of us can use these abilities now. He turned to the assembled leaders. I say we show them. Around the world, humans prepared. In hidden bases, quantum ships powered up. In cities and towns, people with newly awakened abilities stood ready. Earth's first defense fleet moved into position. Hidden by technology, the aliens didn't know humans could master. They thought finding them was our biggest step, Emma said, watching the alien fleet grow. But that was just the beginning. Now they'll learn what humanity can really do. The aliens had come expecting to find primitives playing with powers they didn't understand. Instead, they were about to meet a humanity that had taken their gift and turned it into something new. Something unprecedented. Something unstoppable. Vale's personal ship dropped out of stealth mode just outside Earth's atmosphere. She had slipped away from the Council fleet, taking a huge risk. But she knew this might be the last chance for peace. They've detected us, her pilot said. Good, Vale replied. Let them. Within minutes, 3 human quantum ships surrounded them. Vale smiled at their design. Elegant, efficient, far better than what the Council thought humans could build. She had been right about their potential. Inside the Quantum Defense Center, Emma and Marcus watched Vale's ship on their screens. It's not attacking, Emma said. And look at this. They're broadcasting on our quantum frequencies. How did they even know them? A message appeared. I come with truth. The Council has been lying for 10,000 years. Marcus gave the order to escort Vale's ship to a secure facility in the Arctic. As Vale stepped out onto Earth's snow-covered ground, her silver skin shimmered in the sunlight. Dr. Thompson, she said, looking at Emma. Your quantum abilities are remarkable, far beyond what any species has achieved. There's a reason for that. In a secured room, Vale revealed the Council's greatest secret. They've been holding the galaxy back, she explained. Any species that grows too powerful, they destroy or control. They keep advanced technology for themselves. She showed them hidden records. Hundreds of civilizations, destroyed or enslaved when they grew too strong. The Council didn't protect peace, they protected their power. But humans, Vale said, her eyes bright, you're different. You don't just use quantum energy. You understand it in ways we never could. You could break their control. Emma sensed something in Vale's quantum field. You're not telling us everything, she said. Vale hesitated. No. My people, we were like you once. The Council stripped our abilities away. made us dependent on technology. We want freedom too. Marcus stayed suspicious. So you want an alliance? Yes. Together, we cooled. Alarms blared. New ships appeared in orbit. Not council vessels, but something else. Vale, Emma said quietly, why is your quantum field spiking with fear? Vale's silver skin darkened. They weren't supposed to follow me. The inner core, they have their own plans for humanity. On screens, they watched ships from the inner core worlds deploy a strange weapon. It fired a quantum pulse that rippled through Earth's atmosphere. They're trying to suppress your quantum abilities, Vale explained quickly. Like they did to my people. But they don't understand. Humans are different. Your abilities aren't artificial. They're part of you. The pulse hit. But instead of losing their powers, the humans felt them grow stronger. The energy merged with their natural abilities, enhancing them. Vale stared in shock. Impossible. You're absorbing it. Emma smiled as she felt the new power flow through her. You all keep using that word. I don't think it means what you think it means. Marcus received reports from around the world. Humans weren't being suppressed. They were evolving, adapting again. The inner core's weapon had backfired spectacularly. Vale, Emma said, you wanted an alliance. But you and the inner core both tried to use us for your own wars. We're not your weapons. We're not your tools. We're something new. Vale looked at the screens, watching human quantum abilities expand beyond anything she had imagined. She had wanted to use humanity to free her people. Instead, she had helped create something far more powerful. The game had changed again. But this time, humanity was writing the rules. 1 month after Vale's revelation, Emma stood before a dying star in a nearby system. Through the viewport of Earth's first deep space quantum ship, she watched the massive red giant pulse with unstable energy. Ready to try? Marcus asked from his command chair. The ship carried Earth's best quantum-sensitive humans. They had spent weeks preparing for this moment. The Council had never solved the problem of dying stars. They thought it was impossible. Humans didn't believe in impossible. Link quantum fields, Emma ordered. Around her, 20 humans joined their abilities together, something no other species had ever managed to do. Emma closed her eyes, feeling the combined power flow through her. They reached out toward the dying star, seeing its quantum structure, understanding its dance of energy and matter. There, she said, the instability. It's like a wound in space-time. We can heal it. Their combined quantum field touched the star. Energy flowed, not just from them but through them, as if the universe itself was helping. The star's red color began to shift, its pulses growing steadier. Vale watched in amazement from her corner of the bridge. The Council tried for millennia to stabilize dying stars. How are you doing this? We see patterns differently, Emma explained, her voice trained with concentration. Your people tried to force the stars to change. We're helping them remember how to burn properly. On screens around the ship, data poured in. The star was shrinking, its color shifting from red to yellow. Within hours, it had stabilized into a healthy main sequence star. Reports came in from Earth. The quantum pulse from the inner core ships had changed things even more than they first thought. Humans were developing new abilities almost daily. They could see quantum fields in distant galaxies, understand patterns in space-time itself. A message arrived from a Council observation post. Impossible. They'd done in weeks what we couldn't do in 10,000 years. But they weren't done. Teams of humans around Earth had started working on other ancient problems. They restored dead worlds, repaired torn space, and even found ways to communicate through quantum fields across any distance instantly. In orbit around Earth, the Council fleet and inner core ships remained, watching. They had come to conquer or control. Now they could only observe as humanity solved the galaxy's greatest challenges one by one. We found something else, Emma told Marcus after they returned to Earth. The quantum fields. They're all connected. The universe isn't dying like the Council thought. It's changing, growing, and we can help it. In the Quantum Defense Center, they showed their latest discovery. Humans could not just sense quantum fields, they could strengthen them. Every world they healed, every star they saved, made the entire universe more stable. This is why they feared us, Marcus realized. Not because we could fight them, because we could change everything. Vale's silver skin glowed with excitement. My people, could we learn this too? Emma smiled. We've already figured out how to restore your quantum abilities. Not like they were before, but something new, something better. The news spread across the galaxy. Humanity wasn't just advancing. They were uplifting everyone. Species that had been limited by council rules for millennia were awakening to new possibilities. Admiral Rel, watching from his flagship, sent his final report to the council. We were right to fear them, but we feared the wrong thing. They're not destroying the old order. They're building a new one, and it's better than anything we could have imagined. Around the healed star, quantum fields pulsed with new strength. Humanity had taken its first steps into a larger universe, but they hadn't just joined it. They had transformed it. 1 month after Vale's revelation, Emma stood before a dying star in a nearby system. Through the viewport of Earth's first deep space quantum ship, she watched the massive red giant pulse with unstable energy. Ready to try? Marcus asked from his command chair. The ship carried Earth's best quantum-sensitive humans. They had spent weeks preparing for this moment. The Council had never solved the problem of dying stars. They thought it was impossible. Humans didn't believe in impossible. Link quantum fields, Emma ordered. Around her, 20 humans joined their abilities together, something no other species had ever managed to do. Emma closed her eyes, feeling the combined power flow through her. They reached out toward the dying star, seeing its quantum structure, understanding its dance of energy and matter. There, she said, the instability. It's like a wound in space-time. We can heal it. Their combined quantum field touched the star. Energy flowed, not just from them but through them, as if the universe itself was helping. The star's red color began to shift, its pulses growing steadier. Vale watched in amazement from her corner of the bridge. The Council tried for millennia to stabilize dying stars. How are you doing this? We see patterns differently, Emma explained, her voice strained with concentration. Your people tried to force the stars to change. We're helping them remember how to burn properly. On screens around the ship, data poured in. The star was shrinking, its color shifting from red to yellow. Within hours, it had stabilized into a healthy main sequence star. Reports came in from Earth. The quantum pulse from the inner core ships had changed things even more than they first thought. Humans were developing new abilities almost daily. They could see quantum fields in distant galaxies, understand patterns in space-time itself. A message arrived from a Council observation post. Impossible. They'd done in weeks what we couldn't do in 10,000 years. But they weren't done. Teams of humans around Earth had started working on other ancient problems. They restored dead worlds, repaired torn space, and even found ways to communicate through quantum fields across any distance instantly. In orbit around Earth, the Council fleet and inner core ships remained, watching. They had come to conquer or control. Now they could only observe as humanity solved the galaxy's greatest challenges one by one. We found something else, Emma told Marcus after they returned to Earth. The quantum fields, they're all connected. The universe isn't dying like the Council thought. It's changing, growing, and we can help it. In the Quantum Defense Center, they showed their latest discovery. Humans could not just sense quantum fields, they could strengthen them. Every world they healed, every star they saved, made the entire universe more stable. This is why they feared us, Marcus realized. Not because we could fight them, because we could change everything. Vale's silver skin glowed with excitement. My people, could we learn this too? Emma smiled. We've already figured out how to restore your quantum abilities. Not like they were before, but something new. Something better. The news spread across the galaxy. Humanity wasn't just advancing. They were uplifting everyone. Species that had been limited by council rules for millennia were awakening to new possibilities. Admiral Rel, watching from his flagship, sent his final report to the council. We were right to fear them. But we feared the wrong thing. They're not destroying the old order. They're building a new one. And it's better than anything we could have imagined. Around the healed star, quantum fields pulsed with new strength. Humanity had taken its first steps into a larger universe. But they hadn't just joined it. They had transformed it.